This is an example of something that went through the mail, and it just amazes me. Enjoying trip and feeling fine, have no time to write a line, but this papoose I send to you to bring good luck and greetings. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Have been collecting postcards. All of these cigar boxes are full of postcards. When we were getting ready to go out west to Oregon, and I thought it'd be fun to find postcards of locations that we were going to be traveling across the United States. So I took a bunch of them along with me, and I would spend some time around the campfire at night or in the hotel room embellishing the postcards. And then some of them even had writing on the back from when they were originally sent. This one was sent in 1956. So I would white out this, put in friends in Lancaster, put in their address, then put appropriate postage on it, and then I would send them from across the United States. This is a postage stamp album, and years ago people collected postage stamps, and when they would find them, they would put them in these books. And I get these at auction for next to nothing.
What do you do with them?
I would use them in collage. There's a Zeppelin. I think, first of all, just having all of these postcards and having access to all these stamps, it was just a really good fit to actually start putting them in the mail and sending them to people. Another thing that I have collected are paperback books. On some of the postcards, I would never ruin the original paperback book, so I would go and make a color Xerox of the paperback books. Because I have so much ephemera, all I have to do is go to a bookshelf and so here's a Spiegel catalog from 1964. That right there could be a postcard. It's kind of like when I see something, okay, there's a good example. When I see something that kind of jumps out at me, I like the proportions of that. I like the guys wearing hats. Oh, I also collect old photographs. So sometimes these are tin types. So all these drawers are full of, I think I might have even used that for a postcard. So it's kind of like when I see something, I just know that it will work as a postcard. I also collect old magazines, comic books. Because I have all this ephemera, I can glue something on top of this and then work over top of it with colored pencil or with marker and kind of make it my own. But the majority of the time, I would just leave most of what's on the back. Sometimes I would go back in and embellish the back also. When I got back, I decided to start sending them to different art museums. And we had been at a few art museums on the way out, so I think one of the first ones was to the Joslin Museum in Nebraska, and then I just went crazy. So this is examples of some of the photocopies that I made. This was taken out of a journal of mine. Since the late 80s, I've been keeping journals of both work-related things and personal stuff. And this is great to think this is 2002, so this is over 20 years ago. I guess I've always been interested in stamps and postcards. I never really thought about how much I enjoyed just having old stamps and doing things with them. This is from 2003, and just make photocopies of There's an old mouse. I'd make photocopies of some of these pages from my journal and then hand color them. Some of these are in the upcoming postcard show. But they're stamps. I never thought green stamps. Obviously, pop culture has been an inspiration, and I'm sure Andy Warhol. I have been working toward this show for 20 plus years, I guess, without even thinking about it. They're first class mail. I actually sent one to myself and just kind of wanted to see what the cancel stamp looked like. What I didn't realize is that every piece of mail you send in Pennsylvania, if you just put it in a mailbox somewhere, it goes to Harrisburg and gets a Harrisburg stamp on it. But if you go into the post office itself and ask them to cancel it, they will cancel the postcard from that town. So I've been to Strasburg and Quarryville and Rohrstown and Burdenham and Intercourse and different places. I have been working toward this show for 20 plus years, I guess, without even thinking about it. This is another page from my journal. And sometimes if I liked the look of it, I would do multiples of them. It's nice having a cutting board right here on my drafting board. All right, so now that's pretty much ready to go. I love that it says "Love, Randy." The end goal here isn't really to be recognized for this, although it might be interesting at some point, but for the time being, all these postcards are being sent anonymously. Rarely do I write any kind of correspondence. Usually, whatever the correspondence is on the back would be just kind of nonsensical. It's interesting to think about how I collect all of these things and I save and save and save, and now I'm doing pretty much the exact opposite. These will eventually disappear into the world, and I will never see these postcards again. They're gone. And it's pretty much the exact opposite of taking all these cards and putting them in a box and saving them. I'm letting them go.